Welcome back, guys. We were pretty shocked by how much you all seem to enjoy our discontinued food items we miss series right up here. So we thought, why don't we break that idea down and get a bit more specific with the different items, and one of the ones we heard you guys talk about the most was breakfast cereals. Yeah, so here is the top 10 discontinued cereals we all miss. Also guys, I know a lot of you have been asking us how to send things into us here at Most Amazing Top 10. Well, the PO box is in the description box below, so go and write it on an envelope now and send us something cool. Not cereal though. I know what you cereal fans are like. Okay, coming in at number 10, we have Pop-Tarts Crunch. Yeah, you heard me. Pop-Tarts in cereal form. Now, for those of you guys who haven't heard of a Pop-Tart before, they're essentially pastries with a sugary filling that are usually warmed inside a toaster or an oven. Well, in 1994, the company made every North American kid's dream come true when they released Pop-Tarts Crunch, a miniature breakfast version of the famous snack. Their tagline was, "They're Pop-Tarts for your spoon." Probably the most lazy tagline I've ever heard. It's just a description of what it is. It didn't matter in the end anyway, as the cereal was discontinued the following year. Aww. Okay, next up at number 9 we have Nerds cereal. Nerds is a well-known brand of candy. In 1985 it was awarded Candy of the Year. So, naturally, the next step was to turn it into a breakfast cereal. Nerds cereal was divided into two separate halves in each box, each one containing a different flavour. One was orange and cherry, the other was strawberry and grape. Now, although it was a fairly popular cereal, there were reports, and I'm being serious, of kids ending up with bright red and orange poos, which is hilarious obviously, but it might also be the reason that it was so short-lived. Coming in at number 8 now, we have C-3POs. That's right, in 1984 the world was still reeling from the release of The Return of the Jedi the previous year, and some clever execs thought they would ride that wave all the way to the bank by releasing C-3PO cereal. It had the famous robot's name and image on the front, but that's pretty much where the connection stopped, because the actual cereal bits look more like conjoined Cheerios. What's going on there? But at the end of the day, calling it C-3PO cereal, regardless of any link to it, made it about twice as cool, I'd say. Would any of you guys buy this if they brought it back now? Next up at number 7 we have S'mores Crunch. Some of our very keen viewers out there might remember in our first discontinued food items video I talked about s'mores bars. A lot of you said you like the sound of them, so what about S'mores Crunch cereal? They were also known as S'mores Grahams and were basically little bits of cracker cereal pieces with chocolate and tiny marshmallows mixed in, a bit like the ones you would see served in hot chocolate. It was launched in 1982 and the mascot was a little wizard fella called the S'moreserer. Such a great name. A lot of boxes also contained a small pack of Starbursts, just in case you already weren't well over your daily sugar limit. The tagline was, "Can I have some more?" Moving on to number 6 we have E.T. cereal. Yeah, I'm afraid it's not getting any less weird, guys. E.T. spent most of the famous movie trying to contact his advanced fellow aliens to help him get back to his home planet. But just before he left in a spaceship, E.T. launched a cereal. The box said it was a peanut butter and chocolate flavoured crispy, sweetened 2-grain cereal. Each piece of cereal either came in the shape of a capital E or T. Some people described it as being quite similar to the cereal Reese's Puffs, which might not have been an accident, as that's the exact cereal that E.T. was seen eating in the movie. Ah, clever. Clever stuff. Say what you want about that guy, but he knew how to market a breakfast cereal. Next up at number 5 we have French Toast Crunch. This was a cereal that I saw a lot of you guys talking about in the comments section of our food items video. Well, here it is. It was launched in 1995 and was naturally flavoured to taste just like French toast. Add to that the fact that they look just like tiny pieces of toast, and you got yourself a recipe for a hit cereal. The cereal was a big success for over a decade, eventually being discontinued in 2006. Over the next 9 years, people campaigned furiously to bring it back, and amazingly, it seems like the company actually listened, because they've started making them again in the US since 2015. I've heard a lot of mixed reports about them, them actually being back though, so you guys let me know if they're in your local supermarket. Coming in at number 4, we have Jurassic Park Cereal Crunch. If you thought we were done talking about movies that turn into breakfast cereals, I'm afraid you're wrong. It was described as a sweetened whole grain oat and corn cereal with marshmallow, blah 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 blah. That's not the interesting part. Wait till you hear this. On every box it had a message saying, if you hear this box roar, you could win a Lost World adventure. Yeah. Random boxes had little audio chips installed inside that would actually roar at you to signify that you had won a Lost World adventure. Wow. I don't really know what that means, but who cares? This cereal actually roared at you. If I wasn't expecting my cereal to roar at me, I'd probably have a heart attack, to be honest. Maybe that's why it was discontinued. Okay, next up at number 3 we have Oreo O's. I did talk about this one in our discontinued food items, but how could I leave it off this list? Oreo O's were an Oreo fan's dream. Oreo flavoured pieces of cereal in the shape of an O. They were launched in 1997 and people just couldn't get enough of them. They were amazing. Nobody thought they could improve them any further, but then in 2002, they made a new recipe where each O had a real cream filling. They even released a variation called Extreme Cream Taste, which contained marshmallows that tasted like Oreos. I mean, is that even legal? To everyone's horror, Oreo O's were discontinued in the US in 2005, everywhere else in 2007, but through a weird Oreo loophole, they are still being manufactured right now in South Korea. There is no doubt in my mind that true Oreo O fans will go there just to have a bowl. Coming in at number 2 now, we have Ghostbusters cereal. If there's something healthy in your breakfast bowl, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters cereal. The cereal came out in 1985, the year after the original movie's release. It had fruity flavoured O's and marshmallow ghosts. To be honest, this is the first cereal with marshmallows in that actually looks right. They do kind of look like little ghosts. Huh. Soon after, they added purple ghosts and then green ghosts to look like Slimer. A for effort. Sadly, the cereal was busted for good in 1990. And finally now, at number 1, we have Dunkin Donuts cereal. As you can see from the cereals we've talked about, some of them have sounded so ridiculous to have as your first meal of the day, and that's why Dunkin Donuts is at the number 1 spot. They were described as crunchy little donuts with a great big taste. Thankfully, they weren't actual donuts, but everything else about them was very similar to the real thing. Every box contained 2 varieties, glazed style and chocolate, so you could decide which to have every morning, just like you would do with real Dunkin Donuts. Also, look what you got as a send-away offer. A Dunkin Donuts duffel bag. Look at that. I would eat my own weight in Dunkin Donuts cereal just to get my hands on that thing. What a bag. Well, cereal lovers, the bowl is empty. We've reached the end, but we could refill this thing and do it all over again if you guys want a part 2. Let me know, because there are honestly hundreds and hundreds of crazy cereals out there that have been discontinued. Don't forget to send us things using our PO box address in the description box below. We're going to be doing a fan mail and a Q&A session fairly soon, so send us things, keep sending them now. My name is Danny Burke, thanks for watching Most Amazing Top 10, and I'll see you all in the next video.